Okay, I think that we are live. Amazing. How are you doing today, Tristan?
I'm doing great. It's Friday. We got the weekend coming up, so I'm excited about that. But lots going on. So probably will be pretty busy here. But yeah, thanks for having myself and League.Tech onto your demo.
For sure. If there is something that I'm excited about is SocialFi. Obviously, SocialFi on Metis.
Mhm.
Uh, for those who don't know me, I'm Victor Munoz, developer relations at Metis, and today I have the pleasure of hosting this product demo with our friends from League.Tech, which are getting ready to launch. And today we are going to be having an interesting conversation before we move into the demo itself about SocialFi and what's happening in that space because as you have seen probably if you're active on social media, it's a pretty popular theme, popular topic. So yeah, Tristan, first question for you before we get started with the demonstration. What is SocialFi and why does it matter?
Yeah, so I think from a high level view, SocialFi is kind of this merging of Web 2 social media with Web 3 components or Web 3 tooling on the blockchain, namely decentralized finance. So it's kind of Web 2 social media, decentralized finance merged together.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine because like I was trying with this app Tech, which is like very popular, and you can see that there are
Mhm.
gamifications that you can explore, right? And I think that we are just like just getting started with that, to be honest. And that's something that for me, as someone who likes to, try new things, explore, the blockchain capabilities, not only
Yeah.
capabilities, but also applications. It's something that is very, very interesting and exciting. So the next question for you would be related to what is it that you guys are doing with League.Tech, right? And what are things that you have seen works really well and things that don't work really well and that you are trying to improve?
Yeah, so that great question. I think SocialFi is relatively new to the blockchain space specifically. We had the first mover, Tech. They launched probably Q3 last year. Had amazing success off the bat, and actually yesterday or just the last night launched their V2. But we've had a chance here at League.Tech to take a look at some of these first movers, whether it be Tech or other platforms like the Arena, and understand kind of some of the things that they've gotten right and some of the areas where there's probably areas of opportunity for us to jump in and create some unique features. So what we're building or what we've thought having viewed that kind of from the sidelines as just passionate users is that they really solved this problem that people didn't know they had, which was around access, right? So being able to buy a social token to get access to a content creator or an influencer and have direct communication with them. I think that's something that it has been paramount to the success of the SocialFi platforms. But what we've also seen too is some of the fundamental design flaws with other SocialFi platforms. So I'll take Tech for example. Their bonding curve is extremely steep, right? So just as one example, when people buy an influencer's keys, as they call them, or their social token within Tech, the price gets really expensive very quickly, right? And that creates a huge blocker to new user acquisition, right? Keys are really expensive. You have to have a lot of money to be able to buy them, and all of a sudden you have this negative impact both on user adoption, right? So less people are going to buy keys if they're really expensive, but then you also have a protocol challenge where if keys are expensive and less people are buying them, the protocol itself is generating fewer fees, right, or lower fees. So um, it's one of the challenges that we've seen. I think if I were to take a step back and just look at SocialFi overall as a space in blockchain and Web 3 is, the user experience is certainly lacking, right? And one of the things that I'm very bullish about in this cycle is having the tooling and the infrastructure that you've come to really like in Web 2, right? That Web 2 user experience, we're seeing that now catch up and come into Web 3, right? So that's what we're really excited about, and I think we're hoping to be kind of on the sharp end of the spear when it comes to introducing really elegant simple user experiences or beautiful user experiences to SocialFi and Web3.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, like you mentioned before, we are at the very exciting stage in which we are getting there when it comes to the user
Mm-hmm.
experience in general. It's becoming really much more smooth, I would say. Apps in general are less buggy. And another important topic that I think you mentioned is related to like kind of like the economic sustainability. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you guys plan to have that sustainability in your case?
Yeah, so sustainability, it's a big question, and I think there are a couple of different ways to help address that issue. I think I don't know of any platform in SocialFi that has solved that sustainability question totally, but there are a couple clues that have been left behind from some of the other platforms that have already launched. One is that usability and that user experience that I spoke about. Right, people are only going to continue to want to use your platform if it's simple to use, elegant to use, and it's easy to use, right? The second is this kind of this challenge with SocialFi right now that we're seeing with regards to discoverability, right? And you see this challenge across all of social media, even in Web two, where micro influencers or influencers with smaller followings have a very hard time getting discovered, right? So like there's this like steep curve of creating new content where you have to do it for every single day, multiple times a day for many months or even years before you start getting really large traction. So I think discoverability is also a challenge, and then this issue of kind of bidirectional communication, right? Being able to talk to and with the people that you have common interests with is a huge challenge because the landscape and the ecosystem is just so large. How do you provide a place for people with common interests to come together and introduce some of the tooling that they would need to make that collaboration financially feasible, right? So I think uh, user tooling and creating tooling for content creators is very important as well.
Yeah, for sure. Everything that supports creators is something that is going to be fundamental, in my opinion, for the success, the long-term success of these platforms. And I think that you guys at League.Tech really understand that and are really, pushing that as well. And now I'm excited about seeing the that. So for the people in our audience, welcome. You guys can ask any questions you might have. You can put it on the chat. I will be checking here. And Tristan, in the meantime, if you can share your screen to give us a tour on the app, that would be amazing.
Yeah, sure. So just to kind of preface this demo, what I'm going to be showing you first is the full end-to-end prototype of the app, so that you get a full idea of the feature set, the look and feel of the app, and then quickly what I'll do here towards the end of the demo period is I will actually live or screen share the actual live testnet app, so you'll actually see what's live on the Metis chain right now on their testnet. So the first thing will be the full end-to-end prototype, and then we'll go into the testnet app. But let me share my
Sounds
screen.
great. Sounds great. Sounds exciting. Let's do it.
Okay.
So
Can
I
everyone
am.
see my screen?
I think they can see it now.
Okay, very cool. I've got to go over to a different tab, so I can't see the video on StreamYard. But yeah, so welcome to the League.Tech prototype app here. I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough of the features, and show you around. So just up front, just from a sign-in flow, from a go-to-market strategy standpoint, we are targeting crypto Twitter specifically, right? So what we've enabled is log in with your X account, and then we've backed that up with two-factor authentication. And a key thing to mention here is that we do not collect anybody's data outside of what they have publicly available on Twitter. So things like your banner image, your PFP, your username, and then your bio. Those are the only things that League.Tech collects from a data standpoint. We're very big on empowering content creators and having data sovereignty and protecting people's privacy. So
Amazing.
two-factor authentication backs up your X login, and that's done for two purposes: one for bot mitigation, and then the second reason is so that larger organizations, projects, companies can feel comfortable creating a League.Tech account. We have a really robust referral program. And we want larger companies to feel comfortable coming in and setting up a wallet, having funds in those wallets, and not necessarily, or being able to gate access to those funds from somebody that, say, manages their Twitter account, right? Because when you sign up for a League.Tech account, it creates an MPC wallet for you where you have all of your on-platform funds stored. So when you first log in, so this is kind of like the home page, but the first time you log in, you'll be directed to the search screen. The search screen will be a collection of influencers and content creators with common interests to you. So we'll have a way for people to select specific categories or topics that they're interested in. Maybe it's sports or finance or music. And this will just be a custom curated list of some of the top influencers or recommended followings for you to, accounts for you to follow. So you'll see this in kind of a list view. You can add people specifically to a watch list. Right, and they'll show up on your watch list. Or you can just right swipe and add them here through a swipe capability right here. Everything is searchable. You can see new, trending, top accounts, things like that. I'm going to quickly go into this home screen right here. So the home screen is a newsfeed akin to what you would see or be familiar with on Twitter, right? So you see essentially a newsfeed of all of the content for the people that you follow, have a subscription for, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit, or hold a access pass for. And for you guys listening, an access pass is our version of a key, right? So in FriendTech terms, a key, ours is called an access pass. You can view just the public content, just the private content. Similar to what you would see on a FriendTech platform or an Arena platform, if you buy somebody's access pass, you actually get put in a group chat room with them. There are a couple of quality of life features. We're going to allow you to pin the most important group chats to the top. And one bit of great feedback that we've gotten with some of our KOL advisors is having this way to directly communicate with an influencer or content creator on the side, or direct one-on-one, right? So there might be some deal flow that you want to talk directly with somebody about, but you don't want it in the group chat room. We've introduced direct messaging, which is a pretty cool new feature as well. Same quality of life features here that you're going to see. You're going to be able to pin the most important DMs to the top.
So just to be super clear
Sure.
on this feature, people
Yep.
that purchase like the access pass, they will have the access to obviously this group chat with everybody else, but they also will have the possibility of send a direct message to the content creator or influencer, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great.
And I'll click on this and you'll kind of see, I've bought Tracto's access pass. Maybe he wants to talk to me about kittens. This is what the chat room is going to look like. Going back to the home panel here, this is the search screen that we came into. And again, there's swipe capabilities here, so I can add somebody. And then once I've added them, I can actually take a look and see, I can short their key. And I'll talk about that unique feature here shortly as well. And then I can buy and sell their access passes here. So if I want to buy a pass, boom, I've bought their access pass directly from the search screen. Notifications is something that's really important. It's kind of something that people don't put a lot of thought into, but it's actually really important for the user experience. So some SocialFi platforms give you notifications on everything. Some give you not enough notifications. So we spent a lot of time really thinking about, how do we make this, how do we create user tooling around notifications so that the platform is giving you the amount of noise that you want it to, right? So, push notifications, things like that, email notifications, preferences and filters, things like that, right? So mute notifications, you can mute people. So more quality of life features.
So yeah, I was thinking about it. Like some people, they want to have like all of their notifications on because they want the latest alpha, but others they prefer to keep it quiet to get something more balanced. So yeah, that's a really nice feature.
Yeah, too, and if you think about kind of the people that are going to be using this, there's going to be all types of content creators, influencers using this. Some of them are going to be very well established, right, and probably want a little less noise just because there's so much activity happening with their profile. Whereas maybe somebody that's more of an aspiring content creator is going to want more noise, right? They're building their following, they're trying to get established. They're going to want to know more about what's happening than somebody that maybe has a million followers or a few million followers, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And then this is the wallet view, right? So this is the wallet page. So you'll see your username, your wallet balance, which is your liquid Metis balance, your portfolio value, which is essentially the value of all the access passes that you hold, and then a quick view of the fees that you've earned on platform. Of course, there's deposit withdraw functionality. And then you can also export your private keys if you choose to do so to use on a web wallet like a MetaMask. So I'm going to actually jump back to this search pane here and give you guys a quick view into what somebody else's profile looks like. So if I am logging into the app and I see somebody's profile that I want to look at, this would be my view looking at somebody else's profile. I'm going to click on that. So what you see here are a lot of design cues from Twitter, right? And I want to make a very important point here is that League.Tech aims to be a Web3 layer that's built on top of Twitter. We're not trying to replace Twitter. We're not trying to replace Instagram or TikTok. I think that's one of the challenges that we see in SocialFi now is that these platforms are coming up and they're claiming to replace a legacy social media Web2 company. And really, from the standpoint of kind of growth, right, that's going to be pretty hard to accomplish right off the bat. So what we've done is we've said, oh, let's create a way to build on top of Twitter or X specifically and introduce Web2 users that are using Twitter or X rather to Web3. So it's kind of like a Web 2.5 bridge that allows Web2 users to take advantage of some of the advantages of Web3, eliminating the middleman, being able to monetize their following easier, having more ways to generate revenue for themselves, and really, just take advantage of all the aspects of blockchain and decentralization that they're not able to do in Web2.
Yeah,
So
that
if I,
makes sense. It's much
yeah,
sounds like much more sustainable than just going and claiming like we are going to be taking over X, It's like
yeah,
okay guys, that's hard.
yeah. So you'll be able to see somebody's public posts, their private posts. If you're not subscribed to them or you don't hold their access pass, you'll get this little window that says that you need to buy their access pass or have subscription to them. You'll see some quick user tooling here around, a subscription. You can buy somebody's subscription, right? So you can get a subscription. You can tip them. So on other platforms, we've borrowed that functionality as well. I can send a tip to someone whose content I really like. Um, I can trade their pass or buy and sell the pass. And one of the really cool novel features that we're introducing, and this was born out of um, uh, the data that we got from FriendTech, right? So that conversation that we had earlier about FriendTech, the bonding curve being really steep. So what that means to
Yeah,
the end user is that key prices got really expensive really quickly, right? And what is the impact to user growth, right? It inhibits user growth. So when keys become prohibitively expensive, you need to have significant means to buy them. So if somebody's key was thousands and thousands of dollars, that's going to limit the number of people that can use the platform and follow that influencer, right? So
sure.
what we've gone and done and we've said, hey, what would be a way to introduce more accurate and more immediate price discovery on somebody's access pass? Oh, shorting. So we've actually gone and we've worked with a couple advisors on how to implement this, but essentially what you'll be able to do is short somebody's social token if you think their access pass price is too high, or similarly, if you think somebody is social influence, if you don't like their social influence, maybe they're um, sharing disruptive content in the community or content that doesn't align with you, you can go in and short their access pass and take advantage of the potential downside price action of that social token. So we've introduced,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
really cool,
very
right?
interesting. Really
Yeah,
cool.
really
I
cool.
think I think I haven't seen this before.
No, no, nobody's done it yet, but it's a really cool novel feature. You can obviously you can go on and share a post about if you open a short position against somebody's access pass. But yeah, that is a really cool novel feature that we are adding to our platform that nobody has added yet.
Yeah, that's
Again,
amazing. And since we're talking about this very interesting thing, I'm reading here at the chats. We have Rafael Munoz, Killboy. Big shout out to you, my friend. And he's asking if this is a beta version or not available yet.
So it's not available on testnet yet, but it will be available when we go live on mainnet.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah,
Thanks for sharing.
yeah. Just really quickly running through, there will be a kind of an energy, what we're calling energy frame or an energy ring. And these are essentially introductory quests that people are going to complete as they begin to start using the platform. So things like creating a profile, subscribing to somebody, buying and selling your first access pass. So as you accomplish these quests, you're going to fill in your energy ring. And then once the energy ring is filled up, you're going to be able to accomplish higher level achievements, like maybe subscribing to 20 users or something like that. And those badges that you earn are going to be seasonal. So there'll be badges each season that people can achieve. And those badges are going to be a representative of an airdrop that you're going to get at the end of that season.
So it has this component in which you can constantly leveling up, right? You can improve,
Yeah.
you can upgrade. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So, all of these functions here at the bottom, the home screen, the chat screen, the search, the notifications, the wallet, that's what you would kind of come to expect if a social media app kind of merged together with, a basic trading DeFi wallet type app, right? Where I think a lot of the special sauce comes from with League.Tech is in some of the user tooling and the tooling that we give content creators and influencers to have visibility into how they are making money and how they are growing their following, right? So if you look at
Yeah.
this, I'm going to click on my own icon up here, right? We have a passes and subscription page. So this is all of your pass and subscription KPIs. You can see passes that you own, people you're subscribed to, people that hold your pass, people that are subscribed to you. You can go down here. Everything is list searchable, right? So you can search by name, quantity, or price, right? You can search in the search bar, and then you can swipe, which is really cool. So I can just at a quick glance swipe, look at somebody's access pass price performance over a day, week, month, or all time. I can short directly from this panel, and then I can also buy and sell additional access passes from this panel. So there's this swipe capability here as well, which is pretty cool.
This looks really, really cool. And I was
Yeah.
wondering now, you have been showing us like the application from a mobile phone, right? But I guess that this
Yeah.
is obviously available for as a web app as well,
Yeah,
right?
so it is a web app. It is optimized through and through for the mobile experience, and the
Oh,
goal is eventually to go into being a mobile app or a standalone mobile app, I should say. But it's a PWA, so a progressive web app, and I'll show you
yeah.
here when I go live with the test that app here what it looks like on your desktop.
Got it. That's
Really
amazing.
quick, going to go through the creator stats. So one thing that we've learned about SocialFi users is they love to brag, right? They want to say, hey, come check it out. This is how much money I'm making. Here are all the followers. Here are all the
Yeah, of
ways
course.
I'm making my money, right? So we think this panel specifically is going to be screenshot a bunch, right? So you have all of your on-platform users, subscribers, your imported X following, the number of posts you've made, public and private. But then down here, you've got a very, very clear view into how am I earning, right? So your lifetime earnings, you've got your trading fees, right? So buys, sells, shorts of access passes, the amount that people have tipped you, and then the money that you've made from a subscription standpoint, and then from our referral and rebate program, from the standpoint of who have you referred on? What has their activity been? You actually get financially rewarded or incentivized based upon the trading volume of people that you refer onto the platform as well. So you'll see that value here. One really cool thing that we've introduced is subscriptions, right? So we have this multiple access tier setup where you've got tier one, which is kind of like your public tier, what you would see like on a Twitter feed, anybody that's tweeting out a post. You've got your subscription tier, which is the tier above that, where you can pay a monthly fee to view somebody's private content. You've got your access pass tier, right? So the access pass is if you buy somebody's access pass, you get access to all of their private content plus DM access, or excuse me, plus group access, group chat access, and DM access. And then one really, really cool feature, which I haven't even talked about yet, is this fourth tier of access, which is called leagues. With regards to subscription fees specifically, though, those we are going to allow content creators to set each month, right? So using the example of an aspiring content creator or somebody that's just getting started versus somebody that maybe is well established as an influencer, Setting a different or a varying subscription fee. Maybe if you're aspiring, you're going to set it lower. If you're more
Yeah.
established, you're going to set it higher. It allows you to cast a smaller or wider net depending upon how you want to grow your account, right? So
Yeah,
being
that
able to
that
set your
makes
own
sense.
subscription fee is pretty cool in terms of helping you grow your account. And then, of
So
course,
you
down
guys,
here, yeah, go ahead.
you know, yeah, I was just going to say, like, you guys thought about like all of these little details and how to support like the creators that are just getting started,
Absolutely.
and also the
Absolutely.
creators that have an established audience. I think it's pretty great. I think I haven't seen this before, to be honest.
Yeah, it's we wanted to take all of the good bones from the SocialFi platforms that already exist and make sure we keep those whole. But one of the feedbacks that we got from some of the KOLs that we worked with is just having more visibility, right? There's not a lot of visibility in SocialFi apps in terms of how people are earning, right? They don't understand maybe the bonding curve mechanics and kind of how past pricing works. By introducing something like subscriptions, it adds another layer of or capability for content creators and influencers to be able to earn, right? Even if your access pass gets super expensive, followers can still subscribe to you and have access to your private content that way. So just again, creating more tooling, more options so that content creators and influencers have both visibility into how they're earning and then options to earn in more ways.
Yeah, yeah, no, that makes sense, and that's part of what it will make apps like this to be like sustainable over time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Really quick trading dashboard. We're almost through the prototype demo here, but these are all your open positions in terms of trading positions. So shorts, passes that you own, your trading history, and again, everything is swipeable, everything is searchable, and you can of course take a look at the performance, look at your trade history, right? So these are all your transactions. Hint, hint, there will be an airdrop. I'm not going to cover that too much. Uh, Refer to earn. So we took inspiration from one of the best trading platforms in DeFi, GMX. They have a really robust referral program. And going all the way back to the beginning of the demo, when I talked about two-factor authentication, this is why two-factor authentication is important, right? We want larger companies and organizations to come create accounts on League.Tech simply for the fact that they're going to refer a lot of users onto the platform, right? We don't necessarily think CoinGecko, for example, is going to create a League.Tech account and start using it maybe as a social media platform. But what they will do is want to earn the rebates and the referral revenue that they can generate because they have such a large audience. Now,
Right.
CoinGecko certainly doesn't want to give their League.Tech wallet access to whoever manages their X account. Two-factor authentication is a very important piece of that. Look at other SocialFi apps, FriendTech, Stars Arena. It's all individuals signing up for accounts. It's not larger
Yes.
companies and organizations, right? So we have a very robust referral program as well.
It's super interesting as well. I think that I haven't thought about that before as well, like
Yep.
how, companies and larger projects can use these apps as well. But it's like now that I think about it, now that you mention, it's like a no-brainer, right? I have
Yeah.
a big follower account. I'm not going to be posting maybe too much, but certainly I want the rebates, right? And this is a way
Exactly.
in which you can achieve that. Amazing.
Yep, and it's very easy to refer other people onto the platform. Say you're at a networking event or a conference, you want to share your QR code for League.Tech, you can do so right here. You can copy and paste the URL. You can share the code via messages, WhatsApp, Telegram, or you can save your QR code to your photos if you don't want to have the app open all the time. And then likewise, you can also scan somebody else's code as well. It'll open up the camera on your phone or the code reader on your phone, and you can quickly scan somebody else's referral code as well.
Yeah.
So
And
that's kind of
sorry, I see a
I'm gonna
question
go.
here.
Yep.
Sorry, it's just that I see here. Just go through your web page. Is the testnet still or on or close?
I'm sorry. What, could you repeat the question?
Yes, sure. I think the question is if the testnet is live or not, like if it's open or not at the moment.
Yeah. The testnet's going to be testnet phase 2 will be kicking off tomorrow. So as of tomorrow around noon Eastern time, you'll be able to use testnet phase 2, which will have probably around 50 or 60% functionality of what I'm showing you right now.
Wow, that's amazing. So exciting. We are getting
Yeah.
the alpha straight away.
Yeah. So if I just really quick, we're almost done here, but if I go and view my own profile, this is what it looks like, right? So you've got your energy ring, your banner, your PFP, you've got your badges that you've earned over the course of different seasons. They'll be shown off here, right? You can buy, in order to kick off your group chat room, you're going to buy your own pass first. That sets the pass price for the first person to buy it after you and kicks off that chat room, as I mentioned. Got your portfolio value, and then all of your rewards here. And I'm going to show you what that looks like live on the testnet app here in a second. But that's what your own profile would look like. Post, you can go post to all of League.Tech, which would be a public post, or subscribers and pass holders, which would be a private post or private content.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Very cool. So that concludes the prototype aspect of the demo. I'm going to pause here and see if there are any questions before I go over and start sharing the live testnet app.
Yeah, no, I think that I asked all of the questions that I saw here on the chat, but
Very
thank you
cool.
so much for replying to everything. And I see that we have very exciting things with the launch for the testnet happening tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow around noon Eastern time. Yep. And then I'm going to go through here and show you the live testnet app. Can everybody see this screen?
Let me add it to the stage. There you go.
Very cool. So just like I showed you in the prototype app here, this is what the app looks like as a web app or a desktop app accessed through a web browser, right? So you've got your news feed here, and we've got a lot of testing messages here that you can see just from us testing the app over the course of the last month or so. But all the functionality here, if I click on the top right, you've got, view my own profile. This is that energy ring that I talked about earlier. You can buy and sell access passes. You've got your badges here. And if you go down here, this is a really cool thing that we've just enabled soon, is being able to kind of show off your badges. So say, for example, in this first season, I'm a super alpha tester, right, which is somebody that has helped us quite a bit with testing the testnet app. I can go and click on this and I can wear it. So this badge will show on my screen right here. This is the one I'm going to show off. And really, these are all really important things because you want to be able to show and build trust with other users on the platform and show them that you've accomplished these achievements or these quests, right? So I'm going to give you a little bit of alpha right now. We're working with a company called Liquid Development. And Liquid Development, for those of you maybe have heard of them in the gaming space, they are the design studio that did all of the work on the weaponry design for Halo, the game, right? So
Wow.
these are just placeholder badges that you're seeing here, but they are creating badges for 4 different skill trees for us. So there's going to be over 50 badges that they're going to create for us that people are going to be able to show off on their profile that are going to signal to other users their achievements during each season of our incentives campaigns.
Wow, that sounds amazing because
Yeah,
the design looks great
yeah,
already, and
yeah,
if you can like improve and improve and improve and collect, and people are gonna
yeah.
get addicted. Like I'm feeling it already.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool to see this app go live, and many kudos to our head of product Erica, who I know is on this call, and then our CTO Noah, as well as all of our tech team. The amount of work that they've put in from a development standpoint over the course of the last, call it, 6 months has just been incredible. So them along with our CEO Christian, who's steering the ship. I would be remiss to not to call them out and thank them for all of their hard work. They've done just an incredible job.
Yeah, no, absolutely. With the amount of details that this product
Yeah.
demo has shown, I can tell you that this has a lot of work behind. Sometimes users, they just want to test the product and see that it doesn't have any bugs. But when you find like these little details with the
Yeah.
badges, with the shorting, those kind of things take a lot of work in terms of development. And I really appreciate you guys taking that time to really provide a ultra high quality user experience. And I can
Yeah.
see, by the way, here I can see on the chats another question regarding Discord. Some user is asking if you guys have a Discord. because they couldn't
We
find it.
don't. So everything is going to be done on platform in League.Tech because we're a SocialFi platform. We want to build our community within League.Tech. So we do not have Discord, we don't have Telegram, and that is a little bit. I will be honest, that is a little bit of a disadvantage now. But as soon as we are able to get these group chat rooms up and live, which you'll hopefully see tomorrow here on our Chestnut app, we'll be able to start housing community conversations and start building our community within the app, which is just fantastic.
Yeah, that's something that I really look forward, going into this platform, meeting with the community there and exploring new things. Sounds amazing.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly. Yep,
so let me check out here on the chats. People are really bullish. I can see the sentiment. Well worth the wait, it looks like. It says Jacoby. Big
yeah.
shout out for you, Jacoby, as well. Uh yeah, I think that I don't know if you have something like final that you would like to share with the people in our audience. We have a few more minutes before closing up. So if you want to share something, this is a good time.
Yeah, I would say jump on onto League.Tech tomorrow around noontime. Check out there'll be directions on our website for you to sign up for a testnet account, and stay tuned. We are going to be launching mainnet here in the next couple of weeks. There is not a specific defined date yet. We're still working on a couple of features, but there are going to be a lot of incentives, especially for users that are jumping on and creating accounts at the very beginning, those OG users. So stay tuned, but yeah, we'll be able to answer questions here over the course of the next day or so. Once we set up the app on testnet, you'll be able to come ask us questions in our group chat. And one thing that I didn't show you is there will be faucet functionality too to get so you can get some test Metis right within the app. Just click on that faucet button. It will give you some Metis, and you can start buying access passes and start communicating with us there. We're super excited to show you guys what we've built.
Yeah, no, for sure. I will be testing and exploring this tomorrow. I'm so excited that I got to learn about, this testnet launch over here on the live stream. So you see, guys,
Yeah.
this is why you have to join this live stream with me and the people that come from the Metis ecosystem because they will be sharing amazing things like today. Testnet tomorrow. Yes. Yes, I think everything is covered now. Faucet right in the app, notifications on. I'm just reading the comments here. Uh, People are really, really excited about it, and I think that they are, their expectations are in the right place. You guys have clearly shown something that is pretty unique, and I can't wait to see how everything develops starting tomorrow. So thank you so much, Tristan. Uh, for a call to action for the people that are following us on Twitter and here on YouTube as well. Make sure to test this out tomorrow with us. Like they mentioned, there are going to be an incentive program, so you guys know what that probably means. If you watch in detail this recording, you will also find another surprises. I don't want to go too deeper into that, but I can see that you guys are having the alpha right away. So thank you
Yes,
once
sir.
again.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and thank you, Victor, and to the Metis team overall for all of your support over the last months. And as I just mentioned in the chat there, the community. Obviously we're a SocialFi platform. We're only as strong as you guys. So thanks for taking the time on a Friday, no less, to come watch the demo.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna be having fun. I'm going to be tweeting about this and let's keep building. This is an amazing opportunity for everyone that wants to start as a content creator or maybe wants to give it a try to SocialFi and see how it takes. So it's going to be nice. Thank you so much, Tristan. I'm going to end this streaming now. Thank you for everyone who joined it today and asked amazing questions. So see you tomorrow on the
See you
testnet.
guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Bye guys. Enjoy.